Hi everybody, Romana here. Without my Dalek Victory poster, it kept falling off the wall and I got tired of putting it back up. Anyway, it was hard for me to decide what my Doctor Who OTP was, and that's because I ship a lot of things in the story. Really, what I ship or what I don't is based on what makes the story make sense. But I finally narrowed it down to two pairings that you could legitimately call OTPs, and then I spent an even longer time deciding which of those to talk about. So, at the risk of punishment, I'm going to talk about both and why I couldn't decide. The first pairing I was going to talk about is Dr. Master, which in a way is, I think, the truest of Doctor Who pairings because it just sort of spans their whole lives. I mean, they were friends at the academy before either of them left Gallifrey. They're always running into each other. Master just keeps coming back into the Doctor's life, and every time he shows up, there's just ridiculous amounts of flirting going on. Sadly, and this is the reason they're not my one single OTP of OTPs, most of that flirting involves them trying, but not really trying, to kill each other. It's not a happy pairing, but it makes so much sense, and every time the Master shows up, I get little glimpses of what it could be. I mean, if he weren't so power-hungry, weren't always trying to kill the Doctor, you might get something like Scream of the Shalka, which is about you have the Master in an android body, and he's living with the Doctor peacefully on the TARDIS, and they're sort of keeping each other in check, and that's just so awesome. I wish it could happen, but it won't, because the Master is a fucking psychopath. Onward to a slightly, well, much happier pairing. The first relationship that the Doctor was in since he left Gallifrey, I think. I only half count the Aztec lady and the Aztecs, but Tu and Jamie. They're just so adorable. I can't even. I'm going to take a minute to compose myself. Alright. Self-composed. Tiny Patrick approves. I like that sort of subtext puzzle relationship thingy. Like, they can't say it outright because it's two men in love in the late 60s. But it's all there. The most obvious thing is they cannot keep their hands off each other. And just all the arguing they do. Tomb of the Cybermen is the best example of this. You watch this, imagine if Jamie were a girl. And it's like Brittany Diamond, she's the captain of the Kirk-Spock shippers. She always says, if it's romantic for a straight couple, it's romantic, period. These guys. I mean, and the War Games, when Jamie leaves, you see, the Doctor is heart's broken. This is the first time that's really happened, that someone he loves is being taken from him. Don't point and shout, Susan was taken from him, because she's a whole different story. She left, he let her go. This is the Time Lords being asshats. And just, that was the first time I cried over losing a companion, because these two were so perfect. Anyway, I'm going to stop here before I repeat myself. DFTBA, everybody. And Sally, I'll see you next week.